in Clewiston, Florida, the city engineer and city officials got on a Teams meeting with me about building their control panels. They had 51 stations, and they wanted a better panel than what they had been getting. So we offered the OptiFloats to them, along with our control assembly maintenance option, the camo option, and they wanted to use it.
They were using either the standard float systems or just old, outdated controls that almost all of their stations needed to be updated at that
Right,
point.
and they didn't want to use transducers. They were a little too complicated for their maintenance personnel. So we sent them the specifications for the OptiFloat. And they put it in their specs along with some of our other recommendations. And the project went out to bid and we got it.
In a standard lift station application, you're considered in a hazardous location, so you have to have special equipment within the control panel to protect from arc inside the well. Usually if you use a standard mechanical float, you'll have to include an intrinsically safe relay inside your control panel, which is another fairly expensive part to add to the controls. And this will lower the voltage and create a safe environment for the well or the float inside the well. So what OptiFloat does is uses light instead of electricity going down into the well. So we eliminate that completely by sending light down as opposed to electricity. So the floats, instead of having a classification or a safety rating, they're considered inherently safe because you don't have any electricity going into the well, period. So by sending light down into the float instead of electricity, we can have that classification, and it's bundled into the price instead of adding another component to the controls that you would need otherwise. So.
There's a lot of cities that have a lot of people that go out every day and change these things out. And it's dangerous. They're leaning over wet wells. You have to have somebody watching you. If you fall in, I mean, it's really a dangerous job, you know? So once you put these things in, you're finished, you know? Occasionally you have to pump out the lift station, do routine maintenance, maybe clean them, you know, but as far as changing them out or anything, you know, heavy duty like that, you know, it's eliminated by using the OptiFloats. So as far as safety goes, it's not only it's good for hazardous locations, it's also good for your employees as a city, you know, to keep them out of the wet well. And the cool thing about the OptiFloat is that they don't fail. The cable was designed to last 15 million flexes, so it lasts damn near forever.
Another good point to touch on is that several people have existing float systems out in the field that are failing consistently, and their control panel might be okay, that it's not that old or doesn't have a lot of wear on it, to where we wanted to make an easy way to retrofit their existing float system with the OptiFloat. So we've come up with retro kits and small panels that can be mounted or integrated into existing controls that make it extremely easy to wire into the new OptiFloat system, and that way you can add it to an additional panel. It doesn't have to be a new production panel to add this technology to. So we try to make it easy for our customers to add it to existing panels in the field. So typically, depending on the complexity of the project, we can get the simple repeat projects out sometimes within a day. The more complex project gets, or if it's a new thing we've never seen before, it might take a couple weeks to complete from the design stage all the way until the control panel is built. And we do our best to make that a point in our company, is to the speed of production and how quick we can get these products out. And our competition might take a 3 or 4 months to get the same thing that we can get out in 2 weeks. So that's how we get a lot of our customers, is quickness or speed of processing and manufacturing.